evening everyone. आज हम बात करेंगे about Sohna, which is a upcoming suburb of Gurgaon, and it's an emerging real estate market. So अभी Sohna के अंदर क्या latest developments हैं, what are the price points, where exactly is the location, etc. That is what we'll cover in today's talk. Once I'm finished, आपके कोई भी सवाल हैं with reference to Sohna oblique Gurgaon in terms of real estate, you're please most welcome to ask. We're sharing a presentation with the audience. So this is broadly where this is Gurgaon, New Delhi. This is the broad map, the political map of NCR. And this is where Sohna is towards the south of Gurgaon. And that is how it is being promoted, oblique, marketed as of today. The south of Gurgaon is what real estate industry is marketing Sohna as. Now, when we blow up the map, double click down. So from Gurgaon, when you're going towards Manesar on the NH48, which is also known as the NH8, so Rajiv Chowk se a road comes down, which ये वाला road जहाँ sector 49 लिखा है बहुत prominently. This road comes down and it leads to Sohna. Sohna is a tehsil of district Gurgaon. It falls under the revenue of district Gurgaon, and it is reached via this road, which is a fully motorable. As of today, one can call it a state highway level of a road, which is around a two-lane road presently. And this is a closer blow up and the road map from Gurgaon. We hit a place known as Badshahpur. Badshahpur is where you'll find the connectivity from Southern Peripheral Road. It goes further straight up till Golf Course Extension Road, and this road leads to Sohna. So there is a place known as Bhaunsi in between. Then you have Alipur and then Sohna. This total stretch from National Highway 8 till Sohna town center is approximately 22 to 23 kilometers, on which Badshahpur of this place is around 7 to 8 kilometers. When we further come down, so this is the Gurgaon Manesar Urban Master Plan. And this green road which you see, this sector 68, 67 and 66, 69, this is where Badshahpur is located. यहाँ पर आपने जो पीछे वाले उसमें देखा था Badshahpur, again reference. This place, ये Badshahpur is here in this sector 66, 67, 68. Sector 49 हमने देखा था, और ये जो dip है, this is where the Rajiv Chowk is on the top. So यहाँ से हम जब नीचे आते हैं, ये green prominent dotted line, this is Sohna. Now when we थोड़ा सा मैप को टिल्ट किया है, और ये सेक्टर 68 बादशाहपुर वाला स्ट्रेच रोड जो आपको मैं दिखाया था, दिस रेड रोड on which the arrow is right now is SPR, the golf course extension. और यहाँ राजीव चौक से when we were coming down here, it was the confluence of Sohna Road and the golf course extension and Southern Peripheral Road comes down. Sector 68 is where Badshahpur was. This road leads further. यहाँ बीच में Bhaunsi, then Alipur, and this is where the Sohna master plan starts. और वो जो road में Sohna था, that is somewhere here, where sector 14, 15, 16, this is where the present Sohna town center is, somewhere in that general area. This is another blow up of the Sohna master plan now. And sector 14, 11, 12, this is where the present Sohna town is. ये जो आगे ब्राउन में दिख रहा है 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, etc. This is industrial model township of Sohna as per the master plan of Sohna. So we can see here, this is a more clear pictorial description. ये गुड़गांव था, गुड़गांव से सोना रोड पर आए. सुभाष चौक is the first crossing on when we are entering from Rajiv Chowk. This is where the Central Park 2 etc. is coming down further. This junction is where on the this side is Southern Peripheral Road. The downside, upside is the golf course extension. Goes further, 68 is where Badshahpur is, comes up, and then the south of Gurgaon or the Sohna, this is where the Sohna master plan is. A question which is most often asked by a lot of people is, why would people, who would come in Sohna? Why would anyone go to Sohna? One, people who are working in Gurgaon, especially on the golf course extension road, Sohna road, they would go and settle in Sohna because from there Sohna is approximately 15, 16 kilometers. So for them it makes a lot of ease and comfort, and a daily commute is fairly easy if you have a office on the golf course road, golf course extension road, SPR or Sohna Road, any of these four places, if someone has an office, then moving to Sohna is a fairly easy commute on a daily basis. Then people who are working in IMT Sohna itself. So IMT Sohna Industrial Model Township Sohna itself is coming up as an industrial hub. Therefore, newer factories are being settled and established there. People who will be working in those factories and those manufacturing units, they would find Sohna as the first preference for settling. Then the location where you had seen Bhonsi, in that general area, give or take 2 kilometers here and there is a place known as Ghamdoj. In that, there is a 75-acre ITSEZ which is being developed. Phase one already handed over by a Singapore-based REIT, which is Essendas. So Essendas is developing a SEZ there, and that is going to be an IT office area of around 75 acres. Then the present educational institutes in Sohna, there are quite a number of universities and big level schools, etc. That is where people who are already either studying or teaching, or once they have completed their education, if they choose to work there, then they would be the ones who will be working and living in Sona. Further, Sona itself has office space development as a part of their master plan, also as a part of their industrial development plan. So once these industrial development, office space development start taking place in Sona also, people will start living in these areas. As of today, Sona is developing as a suburb of Gurgaon. What are the approximate master planning approximations? The present master plan is around 16 acres of residential, which is 8,000 acres of area which has to be developed, which implies that out of this 8,000, 20%, which is 1,600 acres of high-rise projects. So we expect that in next 10 to 12 years, 40 to 190, 140 to 190 odd residential projects would be there in Sona, and it would be a bustling township in itself. About 5,500 acres of plotted or low-rise development is expected to be in the balance of the residential areas. The planned development in the next 10 years is going to be 4.5 to 6.5 lakhs of residents moving in from a present situation where there are approximately 10 to 15 odd thousand people living. So that's a huge jump from 15 odd thousand to 4.5 to 6.5. Those are the projections, and that is how the town is being developed as of today by people who are developing the town, and master planning norms which are being followed in the settlement of Sona presently. Which are the present residential projects in Sona? Affordable, there are quite a number of projects. MA in Athens, it's a ready project with around 80% occupancy. GLS Aravali Homes is ready with around 80% occupancy. Arete R Homes, they have started possession recently. Raheja Krishna is a project which has been in a difficulty there, standard. And then Ganga Reality has recently launched a project there by the name of Tathatsu. That should be handed over in next 4 to 4.5 years. In the mid-price segment, Signature has a project there on low-rise development of Stilt Plus 4, which is by the name of Signature Global Park. This is by the Signature Global as a builder. And then you have the regular licensed housing projects. Ashana Anmol is there, Godrej Nature Plus, Aldico Accolade. These are the good products out of which Ashana Anmol is ready. Godrej Nature Plus should take another 1.5 year for possession, and Aldico Accolade is kind of some part ready, some has to be handed over. In the premium housing segment, that is in this premium housing is all starting 1.75 CR and above. There are two projects which are being liked by the investors and end users again. Both, one is the Central Park 3, the same Central Park group which has developed Central Park 1 on the golf course road and Central Park 2 on the start of the Sona Road near Subhash Chowk. They are developing a complete township by the name of Central Park 3, which is a mixed usage township. They have plots, they have a high rise, and they have low rise. So that is what Central Park 3 is doing. And Silver Glades is also developing. Silver Glades is the company which developed Ivy, which is another high-end project in Gurgaon, and also the Laburnum, which is a high-end project in Gurgaon. So they are now developing the Melia in Sona. Both these projects are under construction. And then you have a lot of plotted schemes under the Deendayal Janavas Yojana in Sohna. Paras has developed a project by the name of Ekam. This is again delivered. ROF has a project which is just at the start of the Sohna master plan, which is by the name of ROF Normanton Park. Again, a plotted project. Corona Greens is, I think they've obtained the occupation certificate and they're about to hand over or they've started handing over. Pyramid Spring Valley is a two-phased Deendayal Janavas Yojana project right on the Sohna Road. And then IREO has a project by the name of Savannah, which is again on the Sohna. What are going to be the growth catalyst? What are the reasons because of which Sohna will see growth? So when you see the master plan of Sohna, there is an orbital rail project. This orbital rail is kind of covering the entire Sohna, and it is a logistic railhead which is going to connect to the Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor for further freight movement on the dedicated freight corridors of railways. And this is also being a part of the DMIC, which is right now crossing the Alipur location in Sohna, where you had seen after Monsoon. There was a place by the name of Alipur in the master plan, which I had shown in the first and the second slide. Delhi Mumbai Expressway is passing just short of Sohna town. So between Gurgaon and Sohna, 80% towards Sohna as a part of the Sohna master plan is where Delhi Mumbai Expressway is crossing that area. The Kundli Manesar Palwal Expressway or the Western Peripheral Road, whatever one may call it, it's one and the same road, that is already developed and uh, it's now a major logistic road and it crisscrosses through Sohna. On the other side of the Kurli Manesar Palwar is the district Mewat. On this side is the Sohna IMT and the residential and institutional sectors or the master plan of Sohna. So Sohna master plan is kind of bounded by the Kundli Manesar Palwar Expressway. Then Gurgaon Sohna Alwar Expressway. So Gurgaon to Sohna to Alwar, Sohna to Alwar parallel road is being constructed because if you see the overall broad map, Sohna is directly aligned to Alwar. So the alignment is that Gurgaon comes down to Manesar, from there you come to Dharuheda and you take a left towards Alwar. Instead of taking a left from Dharuheda towards Alwar, in next 4 5 years, people will be able to directly go from Faridabad to Sohna to Alwar. That will save a lot of time and it will provide a connectivity from GT Road to KMP to Alwar and further beyond. And then the Sohna Palwal Expressway. This is an extension of the, so one side it would be Sohna to Alwar, the other side it would be Sohna to Palwal. All these things will make Sohna a very, very well connected place right from Gurgaon, Faridabad, and on its right side to Alwar and that part of the country. So these are going to be the major growth catalyst or the roads which are going to service Sohna in next 5 to 10 years. What are the present prices? The present prices of affordable are 3,800 rupees per square feet as per the Haryana government policy. The land or under the Deendayal Janavas Yojana, the median prices are around 60,000 rupees per square yard. There are properties or there are projects which are expensive because of their location. There are projects which are in the range of 50 to 55,000 because of the location. The average of the median price is around 60 odd thousand rupees per square yard. The regular housing projects are 6,000 rupees per square feet. They are slightly on the higher side because they are right as of today. Most of the regular housing projects are right on the Sohna road, so they get access from the Sohna road for coming to Gurgaon. The premium housing projects are right now at the range of 7,500 rupees per square feet. There would be additional charges towards the government levies and registration and stamp duties. These are indicative median figures, and the figures would be different project to project, but not too different. These would be the general guiding figures. What are the growth projections? We believe our assessment says that in the next 5 years, the Sohna growth would be around 8 to 9%. No great shakes, but this is the time to kind of hold on to an inventory there. Once the road network is complete, then next 5 to 10 years, the growth will start happening faster. Our estimation is that anyone who is purchasing it in next 2 years and holding it for a period of 15 to 20 years, they should get a CAGR of approximately at least 12 to 15 years for a real estate property purchased in Sohna master plan as of today. Could be higher, but this would be at least the minimum which would be a return in this area for a 15 to 20 year holding. because that is when the town would be completely matured and would be a very different place from where it is as of today. What are the expected investment returns? The residential rental returns are approximately 1.5% annualized on the present purchase. Profitable exits, if you purchase now, will take at least 5 to 7 years for an investor to be able to make a profitable exit. As of today, the prices are just at the balance. That means the cost of production or cost of developing a property in Sohna vis-a-vis the price the builders are charging are just kind of at par. The builders are not really able to charge a location premium as of today in Sohna. So in our assessment, a lot of projects become a value pick here, especially the Deen Dayal Jan Awas Yojana projects and the ones in affordable housing, because affordable housing is around 400 rupees square feet lesser than what is available in Gurgaon due to the government policy and the Deen Dayal Jan Awas Yojana. There are plots which are available other than the constructed floors. Therefore, those plots become a very good investment if someone is ready to hold them for period of around 7 to 10 years. What are the limiting factors of Sohna as of today? One, it is bound by the Aravlis on the northeast. Now, this Aravlis on the northeast, they do provide a very good green cover and the environmental impact is very positive, but they also limit the urbanization of the area. Therefore, the Sohna master plan will not be expanded on the northeast side of it, and it will have to perforce expand towards the Palwal, Faridabad, or those areas in times to come. So Aravlis act as a natural barrier on the northeast side of Sohna. New Gurgaon, as of today, which is the sectors 81 to 95, 99, there the regular housing prices and the regular housing prices of Sohna are almost at par, but the New Gurgaon amenities are better. So people who want to buy houses, they also find New Gurgaon is competing very hard in terms of the uh, product placement vis-a-vis Sohna. As of today, Sohna has only one road connectivity, which is the Sohna road from Gurgaon. So everything depends on the Sohna road or the elevated Sohna expressway. And then it is further as of now bounded after the KMP bounded by the Mewat district of Haryana, which is one of the most backward districts of Haryana and as of today yet to see any urbanization. Therefore, that's another limiting factor, which is, I would say, presently not letting Sona become the potential it can achieve. Once the road network, etc., is there, next 3, 4, 5 years, the town will continue to grow. But these are the present limiting factors. What are the conclusions? Our conclusions are that Sona will witness a lot of launches and supply in next 5 to 10 years because the master plan is already ready. A lot of builders have purchased land and the raw material has been procured. And since the extension road and the Sona road already are witnessing a lot of absorption of supply, so for these areas, the newer products or the projects can only come in Sona. There is no other place available as of today in Gurgaon Master Plan for residential projects to be launched. The master plan, I feel, and this is, I have already covered this, would be revised to include more areas westwards once there are more launches and more people start moving in towards Palwal, Faridabad, especially after the road has been constructed from Faridabad, Palwal, Sohna, Alwar, once that particular stretch is fully developed. Then a lot will depend on the road networks from Gurgaon, which is not the Sohna road only. So once the SPR and the extension road and their adjoining sectors are developed, there will be a lot of internal sector roads in Gurgaon which are planned at road widths of 60 to 75 meters as master roads. Once that development happens, then Sohna will not be dependent on connectivity only by the Sohna road with Gurgaon. So high rises will cluster as of today. The regular housing high rises will cluster as of today near Sohna Road because of the fact that that is the main axis of entry and exit, or that's the main commuting axis. Once the other road networks start developing, then the high rises will start moving inside. So the new launches we can expect to be a little in the insider sectors with slightly lower price point to attract new home buyers. Plotted development will be offered in further far away sectors which are away from the Sona Road at slightly lesser prices. So what would be our recommendations for investors who are looking at Sona? One, affordable projects. We'll see a lot of affordable launches in Sona in times to come because of the fact that Gurgaon is already beyond the price point at which affordable is being launched. So builders are not in a position to deliver now an affordable in Gurgaon if they don't have the infrastructure. If they don't have the infrastructure, then they will not be able to deliver. So we will see a lot of launches in Sona. Second, Sohna will procure land now. As a result, new launches in Sohna are going to be a large part of the new launches is going to be affordable housing. So that would be a good investment. If we have a futuristic outlook of anything 10 years plus, then buying land in a slightly far off sector under a Deendayal Janavas Yojana, in our assessment, is going to be a very good multi-bagger investment in Sohna as of today. If you are a high-rise investor, then please invest only where the builder has a good reputation or has wherewithal to deliver, even if the sales are slow. Because in the high-rise, the sales will continue to happen, but not at a very fast clip, as the present Sohna town is still getting a lot of competition from New Gurgaon, which is going to be there for another 1.5 to 2 years. So if you're buying a high rise, either go for a ready to move project or something which would be ready in the next 6 to 8 months. So this was brief about Sohna.
You gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind.